All right, what is up, guys? Market up there right now for pre-London session. So it's currently
1207.
12:07, and the first position that we entered earlier, one of them got liquidated. So let me just show you guys for today, or we can just put last week. So we got liquidated on this position right here, margin called, and right now we're still in this position. Didn't margin call this trade.
But then, that doesn't mean that we lost the trade, right? I mean, technically, we didn't lose the trade.
Correct. Yeah, we didn't lose the trade because it did not hit stop loss, right? So if you notice, this is our stop loss up here. Price just had a retracement, and now it's having a push down. The reason why we lost is because we got margin called. So since we're over leveraging the account, we lose the trade, but we don't really lose it in the technical analysis. So the strategy is right, but we didn't really lose it. Same thing that happened last couple of weeks.
Yeah, with the first trade that we took.
Correct.
This is something that happens like often in account flips, or
yeah, this is very common in account flips for you to basically lose majority of the account when you're over leveraging how we are without it hitting your stop loss. So you can completely be right about a trade and still lose money because it goes into too much drawdown, you can lose money, right? But that's normal. But as of right now, this trade is actually moving a lot faster than I expected. I want to enter this trade, but not just yet. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and wait for a better entry. Right now, Euro AUD is having a strong retest of this neckline. We're having a very strong push from this area as we speak, but I want to wait for this to close in the next 50 minutes or even wait for a little bit more confirmation on the 1 hour for me to get a better entry. I just feel like right now it is a bit low and that it's not the ideal entry for me to enter this trade. And AUD CAD is currently having a what looks to be like a triple top, and this triple top is happening after a daily doji candlestick formed after a strong break and then retest of this area. So we might have some entries in here. I'm going to be waiting for some engulfing to have a confirmation to them sell. Euro AUD is the one that we just broke down. USD JPY, we never had the proper break and retest, so we never took this trade. Now I'm going to potentially be interested in buys on this trade, but not super excited about it, but they could definitely happen. If you notice, break, retest, buy, break, retest, we can potentially have a buy. Euro GBP never had a break or retest sell. We're going to look for a retest to then buy. That can happen sometime later. And another market that I'm somewhat interested in is Euro USD, where we can potentially have a reaction from this resistance level. Daily time frame has broken above this area very strong. We're now retesting, and I'm expecting a push to the upside. And lastly but not least is GBP NZD, which last week we had a rejection up here from this area, came back, and then it had the full move. We've been predicting everything here to the T, so I can expect for this to have a pullback for here to then sell. But the one that we're in right now technically is Euro AUD, and it's having some bearish moves. I wouldn't jump in just yet, just because I believe that it's just having an impulsive move and it's not a real move. You get me?
Okay, yeah. And I mean, London's just about to start, so I mean,
yeah. So like you could enter pre-London session, and it's ideal depending on the risk to reward and everything. But I always like to have my engulfing as a confirmation.
Okay.
So now ask me, be like, what would you say is the best entry signal for this type of account flip that you can look for?
Okay. I think it's the best entry signal for this like type of account flips.
I mean, it really depends the type of trade that you're looking for. If you're looking for a scalp, any type of quick rejection, so then you enter on the engulfing. If you're looking for kind of an intraday swing trade, you have the rejection, then you use the engulfing if it happens as an entry confirmation. You don't need that impulse move to be the trade. As a scalper, you get the rejection and you expect for the impulse move, which is the engulfing, to be your actual whole trade essentially. As an intraday slash swing, you wait for that engulfing to be your confirmation to enter. So it really depends the type of trade. I wouldn't really say there's no like best entry, it's just know the type of trade that you're going to take. So as of right now, getting ready for London session, and we'll check back in tomorrow in the morning. Let's see what happens.